And a very good evening, everybody. I'm John Cole. As a junior, he helped the Coyotes win the state title in cross country. Last fall, as a sophomore at the University of Sioux Falls, his college career began to take shape. An all-conference selection in one of the most competitive leagues in the country, and a berth on the all-academic team for the Cougars. And tonight, we talked to this former Coyote great on his standout sophomore season.
I think it was just kind of all the hard work and determination. In high school, Coach Shane Wallstrom taught me and taught all my teammates, it takes hard work. Nothing's just going to get handed to you. So he definitely laid that foundation, the groundwork, and, it's just kind of buying all in as a team and a program and just working hard together.
And you grew as an athlete as well. I mean, it's easier the second time around.
Oh, yeah. It was definitely a good wake-up call from going from high school cross-country to college cross-country. It's just more competition, more mileage, a little bit more work to put in, but I'm happy where I'm at, and I just love running.
Well, I'll tell you what, you run in one of the most competitive conferences in the nation. You made the all-conference team. You got to be happy with that.
Oh yeah, something that I kind of put myself when I first got to college. I was kind of one of my goals was to at least make all-conference, and to do it last year as a sophomore, that was a pretty big deal. I was excited to do that. And, it's definitely one of the more competitive conferences, so it makes all the competition fun.
All right, what do you think you're going to have to do better this fall now? Because I know you're always trying to get better.
Oh, yeah, it's still just, all summer, getting all the summer mileage, and just continuing to believe in the work and, trust the process.
All righty, they open their season on September 1st at the Augie Twilight on Monday. He will talk about his year in the track this past spring, representing us so well in cross country and track, and most important, doing really well in the classroom. One of those great kids from Williston. American Legion World Series from Shelby, North Carolina. Cheyenne, Wyoming is making history in the great state of Wyoming. They don't have high school baseball, and they had never had a team get to the American Legion World Series. They come up with a 2-1 win over Ellsworth, Maine. That's the New England champ. So good for them. The center fielder of the Mets is from Wyoming. So we congratulate them for making history and having a ball. That is for sure. Troy, Alabama, and League City, Texas, just about to get underway. Those two teams are both unbeaten. Williston Basin Speedway continues their summer racing series tonight at long last. They're going to get a good night for it. They battle a lot of rain. The action begins at the top of the hour. That's auto racing tonight, Williston Basin Speedway. Well, not easy to be the head coach of a football team on the Division I level in a very, very tough league. So you bet the head coach at UND glad to add a veteran coach to his staff this year.
We were fortunate to hire Tom Dosh, who has 30 years of coaching experience, and I think that's hard to do at times, to find guys with all that experience that really are happy where they are coaching. And I know he's excited to be back at North Dakota in that coaching role, and brings a lot to our staff.
No question about that. He will coach outside linebackers, a head coach for 10 seasons at Northern State, and another set of eyes and ears to help Bubba. They open up September 2nd against Drake. Bison will open up on September 2nd against Eastern Washington at the U.S. Bank Stadium. Of course, that's the home of the Vikings. And speaking of the Vikings, if you did not stay up late last night to take in all of the action with the preseason game, they fell to Seattle 24-13. Kevin O'Connell, in his second year as the head coach of the Vikes, said his young players were very inexperienced and they're going through some growing pains, but that's what the preseason is all about. A lot of the bigger names did not even play. Next Saturday, they are home against Tennessee. And folks, you can help the Tetons put turf on their baseball and softball fields by attending the barbecue party August 16th in the Teton Loop Fee donation event being hosted by the Teton Booster Club. All proceeds raised for this event will be matched by the Teton Boosters up to $100,000. A food theme tonight. Let's take a time out here on First News at 6.